Bobby Alou on ABC Radio Canberra. Alice Matthews with you. That one is called Do It, and Bobby says it is about putting ideas and dreams into action, which I think is relevant for this next chat.
So starting this year in Year 12, I actually had my daughter, and it was extremely hard to get into any sort of study because I didn't have daycare at the time, and I am a single mum and don't really have much money. So it was kind of hard, but they took me in and they were like, we're going to sort out childcare for you. They got it sorted for me. They found like an amazing daycare for my daughter, and now she's having so much fun, and they got me through. Like, I wouldn't have gotten through without them. So it's pretty amazing. They helped me get like my formal dress. They've helped pay for things that I couldn't afford. They've just been amazing. They feed us like every day. When we come to school, we don't have time to eat in the morning, and they always have stuff ready for us to eat. And it's been really awesome. Wouldn't be anywhere without them, really, I don't think.
That is a Year 12 graduate from Canberra's Galilee School. What is Galilee School and why is it different from mainstream education?
So Galilee School is what's known at the sort of in the Commonwealth legislation as what's a special assistance school. And special assistance schools acknowledge that quite often the social and emotional needs of a young person either impinge on their access to education or limit their capacity to engage with education.
What other barriers does the school kind of remove for young people who aren't finding mainstream education helpful?
Anxiety is an ailment or a condition that affects so many young people and adults for that matter, and it often really limits a young person's capacity to leave their house, let alone get to school. Substance use, engagement with alcohol and things like that. Many of them have experienced traumatic backgrounds, and what we know about the impact of trauma on the developing mind is that it really sets up and conditions a young person to respond in certain ways. And oftentimes those responses challenge society's expectations and certainly sometimes schools' expectations around what is normal behaviour and what is acceptable behaviour. And that's seen those young people collide with those expectations in a way that's hard for other schools to manage. So whatever the young person's story is, we want to know that story, seek to establish ourselves as a school and people within that school that they can put their trust in. And that's our job, and that's hard work.
And being seen in that way, having their unique stories acknowledged, what kind of a difference do you see in the students when they come into contact with a system that takes that into consideration?
The first day I started with the school, I sat down with one young man, and the first question he asked me was, "Are you going to leave us too?"
Oh.
So what he wanted to know was, if I'm going to give you a chance, are you going to reciprocate? Are you in this for the long haul? And does it matter what I throw at you? And my answer to him was no. But I needed to show him over time that I had integrity, that I was honest, and that I wasn't going to judge him for anything that he did. And over time, he and I developed a pretty positive relationship.
Tim, what is the Bosco's Barn project?
We have a master plan at our Canberra campus, and the next iteration of that master plan will be the construction of a sort of a purpose-built hospitality and food studies building.
Oh, great.
And it sits adjacent to Bosco's Barn, and the design of that building sees Bosco's Barn and that building integrate seamlessly. And the vision and the hope for the future is that the food that the young people prepare in that new facility will be served by those students to guests of the school and members of the school community, and it will be served into that space of Bosco's Barn. And as I think about it, I get a smile on my face because it's going to be an amazing future that facility and Bosco's Barn delivers for the school.
That's beautiful. And Tim, if people want to find the school itself and more information about that, where can they go?
Yeah, sure. So if you search Galilee School on the web or you search communities at work on the web, you'll be able to connect with the school. Or alternatively, just give us a call, and our phone number is 6293 6314.
Tim, thank you so much for coming in this morning and sharing the work you do with me and our listeners.
Thank you very much, Alice.